Hey guys, welcome to According to Low Elo. My name is Dean.
And my name is Tyler.
And first of all, I want to say apologies for the late episode. We got some things going on. Whatever, you gotta believe us. Stuff was going on.
Trying some stuff out, dealing with
right.
some life things, typical shit.
Yeah. But today, our episode is actually coming from Tyler, something Tyler said the other day. And what is the point of preseason? We went through last week's patch, or patch 13.1, and then I'm sure many of you have seen what's coming on 13.2. There's a lot of changes, and it feels weird that we just went through a month and a half, close to 2 months of preseason, and then the season starts, and then we're going to get a buttload more significant changes.
A buttload more preseason changes. Weird.
Right, like stuff that definitely should have probably been packed into last month before the season started.
Right.
So we thought it'd be cool to go through the archives, look at all the patches, compare the preseason patches to the first season patch. So for like using this season as example, we'd look at the preseason changes and then patch 13.1 and see what they do, or the first two couple of patches.
Right.
Just see how crazy they are, and if there was a lot of changes, little to no changes. We'll see how in comparison, how it was back in the day, to how it is now.
In the day, he says.
Yeah, back in the day, as in like, it feels like forever ago, but
you made it.
We
sound
weren't
like
playing at that
1994 or something.
But before that, we want to read some things that you guys wrote in. Thoticus on episode 123 wrote in and said, I heard a theory that the new Darkin possessed a pregnant dog, and that explains why it has multiple bodies. And then he also said, I like the intro you guys do, short and simple. I'm often also down to do the theme riff battles. We still really want to get you guys to play games for us, and we want to catch them so fucking badly. Tyler's always talking about it.
Always, dude. I keep mentioning it, and like eventually I'm just gonna fucking grab a random video feed from somebody's and just cast it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. We need to do it. We still need to do our draft battle, but we need to get enough people so we can do that draft battle.
No. And or if you guys have any like replays you want to send them to us, you can hit us up and we'll like, if you can record it, we can show you how to put it on like a Google Drive or something, and we can get the video that way. So if you guys have anything, any content, any games you want us to like cast, we could throw that up on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, speaking of YouTube, I always like doing this at the beginning of the episodes. Sorry for the people that are just listening. But why don't you hop on over to the YouTube, search According to Low Elo right here. Boom. You can look at these videos and see if you've never seen what we look like. Our faces are plastered there. Yep. We got some gameplay. I got a video. I'm gonna have like a highlights type video coming out soon from a recent stream. That was pretty fun. But yeah, guys, come over to the YouTube, give the YouTube some love, subscribe, like some videos, comment. You comment anything, we'll read it out on the next episode. So go to the YouTube, baby. But
hit it up, drop the comments, dude. Seriously, read them.
So thank you, Thoticus. And then really quick, we also want to go back over here onto the Discord.
Yeah.
And to the what are your goals for rank season? A few more people had submitted, so we're gonna read those. And Tyler, why don't you tell us what Sorcery said here?
All right, so yeah, last time we left off at Purple saying Platinum 1, so Sorcery was next after that. Sorcery said they want to play more now that there's a skin for each split and see how far they climb. They're one of those people that played the minimum of games to Gold 4 to Gold 5 and never touched ranked again. It'd be kind of cool to see what my real rank is.
I like that. So I respect that.
I get it, dude. I totally get it. With how tilting or frustrating or whatever operating word you want to use that this game can be, especially during the first month of the new season. And then obviously I always felt like this game goes in lulls. Like it's good. You hit this point where you just start climbing and then you hit this nosedive and then it plateaus, and then you kind of go up and down, then you hit another point where it starts climbing, and then it kind of does it all over again. It's like every 4 patches or so, you hit a really good 2 or 3 that like are right in your wheelhouse, and then they change something, and then all of a sudden it's not in your wheelhouse. So I get the play to get where I need to be, and then discard the rest of it because that makes total sense.
So next up, we had Calientes. He said, "I'm only been around the game for a couple of years. I just want to improve on my silver 4 peak. I'm easily pleased. I think you could get it. I mean, like, back to like sorcery, you want to find out what your true rank is because sometimes people just give up. That was the whole point of their like ranked. I guess you can call it their ranked season rework.
The
They
rank
they want
points.
to they want to encourage people to keep playing.
Yeah.
Calientes, I know you can do it, man. You can just. I feel like it's not that hard to get gold.
One day we're gonna have to put ourselves on British time, and oh no, but he's probably in EU West. Damn it.
Cast his
Damn it.
games.
You know what? We could coach his games if he has the capability of
I don't think. I
you
don't think I'm
can-
good enough to be a coach.
I think no. I think there's a legitimate opportunity to coach a couple pieces here and there because when you are peaking silver 4, and it's not an offense to anybody, there's definitely some things you're probably just doing wrong. In general, whether it's the way you're itemizing at certain points, like the way you're purchasing items, or your farming or lack thereof, or being afraid to leave the farm for an objective or something like that. I'm sure there's something in there that we could find that is probably going to get you a whole tier level. So like whether that's bronze 2 to bronze 1 or silver 4 to silver 3 or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's something in there that you and I can find just by watching 2 or 3 games that's like, hey, if you change this one thing, you're going to climb a whole tier level or more.
Yeah, if anybody, not just Calientes, if
Right.
anybody would, again, it'd be the whole submitting some videos or whatever to us. If you guys are interested in that, obviously you don't have to do that. We'd be more than happy to, especially if I was like streaming or something. I'd be
Yeah.
down to do that just to review some games. So,
Yeah.
and then finally we got Jazzy here.
DJ Jazzy. He said, I've never played more than 20 games in any single season. Just couldn't motivate myself and got placed around silver 2 or 3 on average. I think I'm going to beat that easily this year with the new incentive programs right added. And I'm aiming as high as plat 4, but I'll be happy with gold.
Reach for the fucking stars, baby.
And I just want to add on that because I did see Jazzy was frustrated the other day, talking about how the game gets very frustrating and like,
Tryhards.
seriously, that'll go away in like 2 weeks. You hit the next patch, and then maybe the patch after that, and you're gonna find an area where you're just coasting through, and it's so easy. It happened to me with Renata. Like right after she came out, I think the second patch after she was out, like or her first patch, I guess, after the release or whatever. I just hit this mode where it was just like win, 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 win. I think I amassed like 10 or 11 and 2 on Renata in that stretch or whatever. Like
You had a very high win rate.
yeah, you just hit these little like currents almost, and it just carries you through it. Like you're not even trying that hard. And that's part of it too, is it can be very easy to overthink and like try too hard, like over try and like make it worse, you know what I mean? You don't want to be like cream cheese. Uh so
Finally got him to watch that series, guys.
yeah, I just finished Players today.
It's so fucking good.
Like cream cheese, dude. Nut milk.
Nut milk.
anyways, no, I think you're totally capable at the very least of getting mid gold. I think you play better than I do, and if I can be top tier silver, you can definitely get into mid gold.
No, yeah, I can respect the high, like
High
aiming
hopes, dude.
high. That's why I was like, I'm gonna try to hit diamond, but I don't think I can. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try hard. I'm gonna be that guy in the game.
Fuck it.
But yeah, guys, good to hear from all you. So
Yes.
let's move on to the main subject
The
of this
discussion
episode.
of the day.
So yeah, we're gonna go through here. We're gonna look at the preseason patches and then the first patch of the following season. what do you think? I know. I mean, we've been doing a little research, but like,
Look, my
do you?
my question. Let me put it this way. My question was posed out of the idea that preseason 2023 was extremely lackluster, that it felt pointless as compared to preseasons of past. And so what we wanted to do, and I know Dean kind of explained it, but it was look at some of the older preseasons and like what did they do during those preseasons? How many patches were released? You know, what is in those patches? Typically, it's the first patch that has a fuck ton of changes, and then the next two or three are balancing. And this year just doesn't feel like they got any of those changes really out beyond adding Jack Show, Rod of Ages, Iceborne.
It was
Again,
mainly
two of
top
those are old
lane tank
items.
items and jungle stuff.
Yeah, and two of those are old items, by the way, and they're coming back almost. Rod of Ages is pretty much exactly the same, other than having the mythic passive, right?
And it gives you a free level.
Right. More or less the same item that it was before. Iceborns they changed to make more of a tank item because it was would you call it a bruiser item
Mm,
before that because it always gave you tanky stats, but it always gave you the sheen damage.
did
Um,
it? It didn't always have HP, right?
no, it didn't have HP. It was just armor. And cool. I mean, armor was the tanky stat that you got from it, but I think you got 40 or 50 from it. You actually got quite a bit, which is why it was so broken on Ezreal because it was like, oh, you just don't do damage to him because he builds Iceborne. And as an ADC, you're just not gonna be able to pump through that extra 50 fucking armor, especially early.
Also,
So
the passive that does damage reduction in the field.
right, that's added, right?
That's new, yeah.
That's what turned it to a tank item as opposed to what I like I said, what I might call like a bruiser fighter item from that it was in the past, but more or less, we didn't get a whole lot. I mean, obviously the jungle changes were huge. Those were fucking huge, and we've seen plenty of jungle changes in the past, right?
Hmm.
We had jungle changes like every year. I think there's been a smite change in the last 6 years.
You'll see when we go through this.
That's just yeah, right. That's postulating. By the way, at least in the last 6 years, there's been a smite change every year. I think that's dating back to blue smite Ezreal mid. If I can remember, I don't remember what season that was, but yeah. So, but my question came out of the idea that like, what did we get this year, and like how well was it taken care of before they just said, "Fuck it, we're opening the season, let's go." Compared to previous years, so that is what
Alrighty.
we're looking at. So we want to start. We want to start with newer and go back older. We want to start older and come back newer.
I thought I was when I was going through this. I started at I didn't look at beta or alpha. No, I
Ah,
don't.
fuck that. There's no point.
So I wanted to
Patches weren't
start
even consistent at that point.
right. I like the idea of starting further back and then
Mhm.
working up to present, just because that. And I was going through
Okay.
this and seeing a bunch of stuff that I completely forgot, and that's kind of cool to reminisce about.
Sure, sure. A little nostalgia.
So we could start with. We'd probably be best to start at season 3 because season 1 and 2 nothing was happening. There was no preseason. The game, the seasons quote, like
It didn't really
season
exist, did they?
season 1 ended, or is this September 14th, 2011, and then season 2 started October 5th, 2011. Like it was like a month, less than a month, and there was just no changes. I mean, champions were coming out every patch, right?
Right.
There was
So many
nothing,
things dropped. Yeah, it just it was
nothing.
good.
It's like I would say, it was just a new game still at that point, and it's just not much.
Yeah, it was the
going
Wild
on.
fucking West, dude. It was the Wild West of League of Legends. Like, it's the best way to put it. It's like you just everything was broken or unplayable, right? York, for example.
Right.
um, there was just so many changes that like it was hard to kind of keep up with them, and they weren't as balanced, and they didn't come out as balanced, and they would be broken for quite a long fucking time. So, yeah, start preseason 3, I guess, is the
Right.
best place to start.
So that began on December 4th, 2012. Um, so the first thing I want to look at here is I believe this is when I believe this is when Jungle items came out. It says Jungle and Mastery remake. So I don't think it doesn't say, or let me look at the notes. Okay, bear with us because this website on LolWiki, like sometimes you click on notes and nothing comes up because it's so old.
Right.
So, and we weren't playing at this point, right? So I'm assuming when it says because Nami came out and then it also said, excuse me, Jungle Mastery remake. Assuming that is the first iteration of Jungle items. And then you also had boot enchantments, which, for those who don't remember, were the boots of, is it Alacrity? What else was there? Home guards. Let's see. Oh, is it right there? Hold on. Enchantment? Nope, that's not right. Jungle enchantment? No. Oh, there we go. Alacrity, Captain, Distortion, Furor, Home Guard, and Teleport. Boots? Oh, that was Black Market Brawlers. That's interesting. The fuck did these though?
Oh, I forgot about Black Market Brawlers. Holy shit.
That was a good game mode.
It was.
Okay.
Wow.
So for those who didn't play back then, because I think they got removed in like season 5 or 6. It wasn't too long, but you could so when you had your paper bags and then you had your like upgrade like your Berserker Greaves, and then you could spend even more gold to get one more boost.
Right, which everyone almost always went home guards. I was the only dork that went Alacrity because I wanted to move faster.
It was
like
an extra
all the
20,
time. Right, but home guards.
Bonus move, dude.
I think home guards. So it depends, I guess, on what you want to do. Home guards, I think, got you back to lane faster overall because of how much speed you got coming out of the fountain.
Right.
But Alacrity, I just liked them. But I get this movement speed all the time. Like, why would I not? But you definitely got out of the base and back to lane a little bit faster with home guards, I believe was the math on it, which is why everybody did it. I don't know. I'm just a dork who like the other way.
And then after 20 minutes, everyone got home guards, right?
That
Not
wasn't until later.
Because it says what I'm looking at here is it says that, so I don't know if that was then. Yeah, that was a lot later into the game.
Right, that was.
But I mean,
later, yeah.
Was there does it say the price? Okay, it was so once you get your like
gold?
Berserk, yeah, it was 450. It says 450.
450. Okay. As I say, it's gotta be like the price of a consumable.
Right. So yeah, let's just run through these. So Alacrity, 20%, 20 bonus movement speed. Captain, 10% bonus movement speed to nearby allied champions moving towards you.
Yeah, it's like the Janna passive.
Mm-hmm. And then Distortion was actually my favorite.
Which one was Distortion? I don't even remember that.
It gave you Distortion, Ghost, Flash, and Teleport summoner spell cooldowns reduced by 20%.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And grant bonus movement speed upon their activation.
Wow.
So an extra 40% for Ghost, 20% for Flash for 1 second, and then Teleport gave you 30% bonus movement speed for 3 seconds. That was fucking nuts.
That's that got turned into a rune, right?
Cosmic Insight?
Is it no. Well, so it was another rune. Fuck, what's the one where when you use a summoner spell you move faster?
Oh,
they split it up.
Yeah, they kind of split it up. I know I can't remember.
Yeah, there's that, and then Cosmic Insight is the cooldown piece. But yeah, the other one is the movement speed after using, which is the one you use on Zoe because she gets so many free summoner spells. And I cannot think of the name of the fucking rune. But yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing.
This was removed in season 6.
There you go. I remember it being around for a while.
Yeah, 6.9. Nice. They got removed. Okay, so back to preseason. That was a tangent. That was a lot of shit gone thrown in there. Combined with the jungle, obviously, like you said, it was kind of like Wild Wild West. Nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. I felt like, well, I'm sure people knew what they were doing, but, and then I mean that's like the biggest thing. And then of course, like you said, there were just general balance changes. We got Vi that came out, and then Thresh came out. Jungle monster changes, so they were still trying to fiddle around with the jungle.
Yep.
It said new HUD functionalities. I'd be curious of what they added then. Can I look at these notes? Nope, server not found. Just kidding.
I think if you click on the patch, those are like
Oh, there we go.
the notes as well. You just have to find. The problem is you have to find it in there. Where's HUD?
Oh, there you go. So okay, yeah. So a lot of changes to the jungle. I'm going down.
Oh, Crystal Scar.
Ew.
I don't see anything about the HUD on here though.
I wonder if it has to do with the spectating.
It might have been. It totally could have been. I was looking at the one on December 4th, the
14th?
first one.
Oh,
First
okay,
one
okay.
out there. And I see that like in the jungle is one of the first things is initial difficulty of all jungle camps has been increased. Like, okay. Jeez.
Hmm.
So
So I'd say just the boots and the jungle stuff alone was pretty big. Like I feel like that would be a pretty big change if that came some kind of in nowadays standards. Like that would probably be. I'm sure everyone was buzzing about that. So then let's
hold on.
go
There's a big change in here that I didn't see. The
on.
banking system that caused jungle monsters that have stayed alive for a long duration to have slightly increased rewards has been removed. I didn't know that was a thing.
I remember that the longer you didn't kill your jungle creep, it would get more gold.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. I didn't even know that, but okay. Anyway, sorry, I just saw that.
Wow. No, that's great. I totally forgot about that. Holy shit.
So
That's nuts. Okay,
it is
so these are big
nuts.
changes. These were big fucking changes.
Again, this is the time also in this area because it was the Wild West was the time of a lot of big changes just because they were trying to grow the game and figure out they didn't even know at the time and I say this phrase a lot, it's like we don't know what we don't know. Like we don't even know what it is that we don't know. On a very basic level. And I know it sounds kind of confusing, but like if you thought about just to like make it simple, thought about quantum physics, like I don't know what I don't know about quantum physics. Like I don't know the first thing about quantum physics, so I don't even know the things that I don't know. Like I don't know what I should know that I don't know. The same thing. They're trying to build this game and make it fun, playable, something that lasts, and so they were trying a lot of shit because they just didn't know what was out there that they weren't even aware of yet. So you'll notice some changes as it gets more modern into things that they learned that do affect the game a fuck ton versus what doesn't affect the game a fuck ton. So
then now let's go to the first patch. We can look at the first or second patch of season 13. So here it says, let's see, they added the new league system has arrived for ranked. Okay, so it's probably a different way to track your ranked skills. And then just the next two patches, just general balance changes. So like, I think if you're like holding it up, obviously that preseason was a lot bigger than these first couple changes. So that probably felt like an actual preseason.
right.
I would say whenever you see like general balance changes, that's like a normal patch.
That's a normal preseason patch too. Some general balance changes as they introduce new things, new systems, new items. You have to balance the champions to deal with that, right?
Sure.
Which is why usually in preseason you see almost every champion on the roster get some sort of change, as minor as it may or may not be. It's like, hey, we've introduced all this new shit, and we realize that some of these champions are going to be able to do too much with this shit, so we have to bring them down, or some champions can't do anything with this shit, so we have to bring them up. So you will notice that's a common thread.
Right. Well, I'm saying like if I'm looking at the actual patches, if I just see general balance changes, that's like normal, nothing out of the ordinary happening there. But like you go to the preseason, like we talked about, there's enchantments, there's jungle changes. I guess it says balance changes, and then on patch 3.1 it says general balance changes. So okay, general is a lot less more loosely. Sure. Okay. So again, that probably felt like a normal preseason, and then season 1 or patch 1 and 2 were just like, all right, we're chilling. Like it feels normal.
Yeah.
I did.
Good, good, good.
I was gonna say the other thing I noticed is the patch release dates were very sporadic.
They're not as sporadic as I thought they'd be. I was just gonna mention that. Like, you see February 1st to February 13th, okay, like randomly
2 weeks.
12 days, not quite 14 days.
Yeah.
Okay. But then March 1st to March 19th, so then they bought those days back and
Yeah,
then
almost
some. And then to March 28th,
9 days.
which is
Yeah,
9 days, like, so pretty quick. And then April 9th, which is very short after that as well. But then you didn't see one until April 30th, and then May 15th, and then June 13th. So a whole month.
yeah. It it kind of felt like they just were like, oh, I guess we should do some changes now, and we'll just do a patch.
Right.
Because like
There's
some of
only
these were
13
just,
patches in this season.
yeah, it's fucking weird. That's
And
another thing we'll have to take note of as we go to
the
later seasons.
undo shop button introduced September 4th of 2013. You could not if you bought it, you had to sell it. You fucking just lost gold if you bought it. No undo. That's fucking nuts.
Okay.
And then of course October 1st, Garen visual upgrade. Like 2013, Garen already got a visual upgrade. I just
He'd
want
been
you to
out
know
for 4 years by then, right?
that. Yeah.
He probably needed it. He probably still looked like shit though.
Probably right.
Okay, so that was season 3. Now let's move up to season 4. This is, let's see, preseason 4. This is when we started playing. Yasuo had just came out. So let's see. For the first one on November 20th, overhaul of the support class of champions and the addition of multiple support-oriented items. So this was just when support items came into play. There
Yeah.
were no support items before that. I think the only way they had income was through the runes, right? Like there was probably like 2 gold per 10 or whatever.
Yeah, you had to do gold runes.
If you go back and watch old pro games, all they had were fucking wards and pots in their inventory. No items, nothing.
Which is always funny because TSM has always been dogged as having a jungler that's just a human ward. When like that's what the support's job was to be, was a human ward that had some abilities. But that's why a lot of the supports back in the day, people like Alistair Jungle was a thing because he didn't have any income to buy anything, right? And so then people were like, you got to do something to make this champion playable. And so they gave him really good base stats. And then they realized, maybe we should stop giving the base stats and learn how to give these supports gold so they can actually build some items. And then the champions won't be OP in areas where they're not supposed to go. Funny how that works.
So again, we're introducing a whole new like item class into the game. That's pretty big. That changes that. I mean, again, like you said, it's injecting gold. Supports can actually have an income now.
Yep.
So that would definitely change the style of play. Obviously at the time we had no fucking idea what we were doing. Warding and vision system overhaul. I'd be curious what that was. I don't remember.
I don't know, but Vel'Koz, Braum, Gnar, and Azir all released in the same fucking year, dude.
Yeah, we can move on to the actual patches now. Yeah, this is so. Yeah, I just remember.
Sorry, I should have clicked preseason.
No,
My
you're
bad.
fine. That's what I was looking at the whole time.
Yeah. I forgot that was a tab at the top. I just scrolled down on the bottom like a dingus. But
It's okay.
it's interesting because the 2 preseason patches. First off, it was a long preseason, a very long preseason, much longer than we got this year.
November 20th to
December 13th. But that actually carries, that was the second patch, carries to January 15th. You had 2 months of dicking with the shit.
Oh, that's what we had, right? I think.
Did we have 2 months of actually
Yeah.
dicking with it though? Because
think
they left for a month on vacation.
Well, I'm sure they
Right.
went on vacation here.
Sure. But they at least released 2 patches and then went on vacation probably.
Yeah, I
and
was
then
gonna say
came
we'd
back.
have maybe. Yeah, that's fair. We'd have to.
We got fucked. They're like, hey, here's some stuff, and then we're gone. And then like,
It's
oh
just-
yeah, here's some more stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, start time. Let's go.
Yeah, we have to. That's another thing that we should probably like pay attention to is how many patches are in a preseason.
Right.
Because like this is 2,
Season
I'm pretty sure
3
we
had
had
3.
3 or 4 this past preseason.
Did we? I'll have to go back and
We'll
look.
have to look when we get
When we
there.
get there, exactly.
So okay, so let's look at the first patch of season 4. Literally says numerous balance changes. So
Right.
we had support items introduced in the preseason, and then just straight champion balances.
Right. And then the second patch of that season was a Skarner and Xerath rework, which is kind of
I don't even.
nuts.
What the fuck was Garner's?
And then and then a Kassadin rework and a Dinglinger upgrade. Like, geez, they did a lot. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on at this time, which is kind of crazy. But there weren't as many champions either, so it was easier to spread focus, I guess. But also, there weren't as many employees at Riot either, so maybe that scales out somewhere. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure. Right. This was season 4. Was the first season they did a full VGU on a champion.
Right.
Scion.
Damn, was it that long ago?
Yes, he was the first. Obviously, when you look,
The
you
relaunch,
just said like,
right.
so yeah, that's a full. You said Skarner. It says Skarner and Xerath, but
Probably,
this is
yeah,
a full on rework.
That was that was a complete rework. They called that other one a rework, but this is actual rework.
This was the VGU.
This is CGU comprehensive game update.
No, it's VGU. Yeah, it's
because VG is visual
gameplay.
Okay,
I think it means both.
Okay,
Comprehend.
There's
just too many fucking. They have too many acronyms.
It was a complete overhaul of the champions. Put
there
it that
we go.
way.
We're just saying that complete overhaul. It's a new champion, basically a new champion.
Yep.
So that was okay. So I guess we can be in agreement that the preseason and the first couple patches were very, very different. Whereas the preseason meant something, and this beginning felt normal.
And just to make a point about you talking about like how few and far between some of these patches were. I mean,
oh yeah, let's hear it.
January 15th to February 10th to February 27th, March 18th, April 3rd, April 21st, May 8th, May 22nd. Those aren't that bad. June 4th, June 18th isn't bad. July 2nd, July 16th, July 30th. That one got 3 patches.
It's fucking weird, dude.
August 13th, August 27th, September 10th, September 25th. This is the big one, though. October 9th to November 5th. That was the last of that season. Like, a long time. Very long time between the last couple.
That's probably when Worlds was going on, and they, like, literally just stopped.
Yeah, they said, we're not touching anything.
Fucking weird. Okay. So let's move on to season 5, pre-season 5. Now, this was the big one. This is when Summoner's Rift got reworked. So we already got that starting. The whole map changed.
Yeah. And Callista and Rek'Sai, too.
Wow.
Yeah, man. 2014 for these champions. Look at this. This is November 20th, Callista, and then December 10th, Rek'Sai. That was like 2.5 weeks.
Yep.
So, rework to existing jungle camps, new jungle camp in the river, new jungle item that alters smite, changes the level up stat growth and regeneration items, many new and reworked items including elixirs and a retool of the HUD. Where they didn't mention, I guess rework to existing jungle, is that just mean, oh, it says camps. It's weird it doesn't even say unless I click into it. This was the whole map changed. I'm trying to see. They don't even make a note of it. That's very odd.
Of which one?
Just saying the rework of Summoner's Rift.
So there is some stuff it's under Summoner's Rift. So let's see. There's turrets, inhibitors, minions, bounty changes, death timers, and then jungle. Yeah, there's so many fucking notes.
Well, I'm just saying visuals in general. They don't comment on that.
You're right. They didn't comment on the visual.
I mean, I'm assuming these are just copy pasted.
Oh, Rift Sculler was introduced way back then, dude. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's what they said.
I feel like it's been here forever. I was just looking to see if there's anything I noticed on here, but yeah, you're right. They don't really.
I mean, I guess it was a no-brainer, right? Everyone should know.
Like, yeah, a lot of things changed. I mean, a lot of things changed. So this was when they introduced the Dragon Slayer with the dragon stacking.
Oh,
Before that, it was just gold.
That was one thing we didn't even mention the old dragons just gave you your team 100 gold, right?
Was it 100 or
Or
300? Or
some
no, it was each character got 100. That's what it was. I think he got 500 for killing the dragon.
right.
So each champion
Okay.
got a
And then
100.
yeah, so this was a monstrous preseason.
Yes.
Monstrous. Um just wow, yeah. The old Dragon Slayer. Wow. One Dragon Dude, these games went on for forever.
Oh, is this when they introduced? This is the year they introduced the buffs to jungle camps when you smited them too.
Oh, I love that.
The Merc Wolf that summoned the Rift Spirit, the Raptor that gave you the Razor Sharp, so next time you're spotted by a ward, you get True Sight for 10 seconds. So that was like Umbral Glaive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gromp that fucking I think gave you
A dot. It was a
poison.
dot.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Krug that gave you
A stun. A fucking
fuck,
stun.
I forgot about that. And then obviously blue gave you 20% max mana, and red gave you 25% max health for smiting them. I actually really enjoyed the Merc Wolf because that was such a good fucking counter jungle smite if you can get it. I don't think I used enough Crimson Raptor or enough Krug. I liked Gromp and Merc Wolf the best. Let's
So yeah,
see.
again, if you're just looking at this monstrous fucking preseason
Yes.
patch. So let me see. Was there anything on 421? Don't think. Let's see. Jungle. No, I think it's usually that first preseason patch is the big fucking one.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's take a look at season 5, beginning of season 5. Some of the best champions came out in this season.
Oh yeah, by the way, that first patch was patch 420.
Nice.
We had Bard, Echo, Tam, and Kindred this season. And actually, I like most of them. I just suck at playing Tom Kench. So, not that I don't like him. I just suck at playing the champion, so I just don't. But the other three I do enjoy.
So let's see. At 5.1
5.13.
tier 1 and 2 oh my god, you have to buy runes.
Yeah, that was so dumb. That was like actually probably the worst fucking system in the game, and I'm glad they fixed that because that was so fucking bad.
Trinket and boot enchantments can now be exchanged directly. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
so you used to have to sell your boots and rebuy them. So if you bought Home Guards or Alacrity, the only way to change them is you had to sell your whole fucking set of boots and rebuy it and rebuy the enchantment. At this point, because the enchantments were the same, you already bought the enchantment. You could just swap. If you wanted Home Guards instead of this one or that one or whatever, you could just swap.
Where did it
I remember
cost?
that.
100% cost of the new enchantment to 50% cost of the old enchantment. Boot costs not considered. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Again, in comparison though, the whole fucking map changed. Whole new jungles, like
A lot
yeah.
of shit.
This, let's see, widespread patch 5.2 widespread changes to multiple assassins. Okay. Oh, DFG was removed on 5.2. Rest in peace.
Oh, Deathfire Grass. How broken was that with LeBlanc, dude?
Any fucking AP in LeBlanc,
LeBlanc and Vhagar. That's back when Vhagar was still an AP killing mage too. That was fucking nuts. Fucking, I didn't realize Bard was this old.
Yeah, dude, fucking 8. He's coming up on 8 years.
Wow. One of my favorite champs to play. And Echo's another fun one. Although fuck Echo for being as broken as he is. He's a fun champ to play though.
All right, are we in agreement that the preseason like overtakes these first couple of patches?
Oh, for sure. But when you look at 5.13, when we got Sated Devourer, you remember how broken that shit was? 'Cause that replaced the Wriggle's Lantern. And remember how much of a problem that was for what, like 2 years? I think Sated Devourer was a fucking problem.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little less concerned about that just because I was like in the
Sure.
middle of the year.
Sure.
Yeah,
But
Sated
yes,
Devourer
I
was good.
do agree with you. Yes, the preseason patches just totally. And you think about this year's preseason patches, and they just didn't do. I mean, those trumped these by a long shot. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like not even fucking close. And so if you look at season 6,
Yep. Moving on up.
Victorious Silver, okay, well, whatever. Rift Herald. This is where we got
Oh.
fucking Shelly, or
Okay.
Gerald as I like to call her, Geraldine. Changes to turret, minion, and bounties and global gold income. Item overhaul regarding item efficiency, ability power items, jungle items, support items, vision items, and consumable items. Lots of new, reworked, or removed items and champions stats tweak. In-game settings are now saved server side rather than on individual computers. Fucking genius. I remember, I think I switched computers at this point from my laptop to an actual computer, and I had to redo all my fucking settings. And every time you fucking uninstalled the client or whatever, you had to redo all your fucking settings. It was actually the worst. This was a actually goated update that everyone probably no one knows about.
Wait, what the fuck? I'm looking at turrets on this first preseason patch. I forgot inner turrets used to give shields.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that too.
So they removed it on this patch. Removed inner turrets no longer shield nearby players from damage. That was fucking nuts. I kind of remember that now.
Broken.
This is when turrets got a lot tankier too. Like look,
Yes.
the outer hurt turret health increased to 3,500 from 1,000. Inner 3,500 from 1,300. Inhibitor was 4,000 HP from 13, and then the Nexus 4,000 from 15. Wow. They, man, and then the gold went, or the gold increased, but fucking hell.
And then the next patch, which was just a couple weeks later, game momentum changes, mass champion resizing, and various post preseason patch balance changes. That right there, and the patch after that says it's Poppy's full relaunch and various post preseason balance changes. That right there, those two patches is what we did not get this year. We got one patch of some various balance changes, and they're still doing balance changes, and this next one we're getting Freak's ADC rework. Like, hello? Did we forget what we're doing?
This might be like, okay, well, let's not talk too soon. Let's look at
Preseason 6
patch.
might be goated.
Let's see what happened in the first patch, couple patches.
So let's see. The start is Team Builder 2.0, which I don't even remember what Team Builder was.
I don't remember that either.
I don't even care. Oh, Runic Echoes replacing Runeglaive. So the season previous was Ezreal with fucking Runeglaive. Disgusting. Various balance changes. You're gonna
So
see various.
I'm sure they're changing one item,
Sure,
but I feel like it's a very small patch.
it's a rather small patch. And then the next one after that in 2016, January 28th is what I was trying to say. Jin was released and they updated Shen. Which
That was a Shen
huge
rework.
Update. Yeah, huge
So
update.
we had the Poppy one a month before, and then we had Shen.
Yep.
Okay.
Rest in peace, old Shen, who threw the key strike.
Let's see. Displayed Objector was added.
And here's where you're going to start to notice, too, is that the patches are more consistent. 14 days. 14 days. 14 days. So January 14th to January 28th to February 10th to February 24th to March 9th to March 23rd to April 6th, April 20th. Like, here's where you start to see the consistency kick in of how often they're going to release these. So yeah, definitely interesting. It's interesting that the third patch is the introduction of Duskblade. So you went that far, and then you got a brand new item. Like, okay. New Ferocity Masteries, the patch after that. So it took them into February really to get what they wanted with the game, because then the next patch after that you see Hextech crafting, and Hextech Annie, and then after that is April Fool's Day.
Whoa, patch 6.9, nice, was a big fucking patch.
That was the
Lot
mid-season
of
patch,
shit.
right? Yeah.
It was a what?
The mid-season mage update.
Okay. Yeah, that was a pretty... Okay, so this was the first time in the middle of the season they dropped like a nuke on us.
Right. Which I think is fine. And actually, because this year they're doing the split, so I think it's fine. Like, do the split, drop your nuke, start a new split. I think that's okay.
I don't think
have a
they're
problem with
doing... they said they're not going to do a patch like that. They're going to try not to. Like
Sure, but I don't like... It makes sense if you're going to do splits, right? Because it's almost like they said, like it's almost like starting a new season. Like, yeah, you want to drop that nuke, do it in the split. That's fine. It doesn't have to be this big. This one's obviously fucking huge. But like, if you want to make a mass group of impactful changes and you want to do it in the split, fine, sure. That makes sense. I'm not going to complain there. But like this time, and we didn't complain about it then. But like looking back on it, this seems so fucking stupid.
This is like a preseason
Right.
update, like
Right.
something that
This
should have
seems
been
so-
in November.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. This seems so stupid that they waited till May, and I think they realized like that was dumb. Okay. Oh, fuck, dude. And then July 26th, they introduced Turret First Blood.
Oh, the extra gold, right?
That was huge too. That's what really put the lane swap front and center, right? Because lane swap existed, but like Turret First Blood wasn't a thing, so or as they sometimes call it first brick. That's fucking huge to me. So okay.
When did they? I guess it was plating. Did the
Plates weren't in just yet.
I know because I was remember because bot lane turret doesn't have the resistances that the other turrets have before 5 minutes.
Not
When was
anymore. That was what season is this? 13? I think that was season 9.
When they got rid of the before 5 minutes thing for bot lane.
Yeah, that was the lane swap nerf.
Okay, yeah, so that's okay. So we'll be getting in there soon. Okay.
I could be wrong on that, but I just remember it was the lane swap nerf because I got tired of the lane swap being every fucking game, and I don't blame them. I'll see if I can't find it.
So preseason was pretty fat for this one. First couple patches were pretty average. The middle season one, this was the first mid season, kind of shook a lot of shit up. So okay. Yeah, that gives me like durability patch like vibes. They were
Right.
testing it out back then, and then they came to fuck us last year. All right, so we'll go to preseason 7. What do we got here?
You go for it. I'm gonna see if I can't find when the lane swap nerf happened. The bot lane turret.
Ooh, this was the assassin rework. So I think this is when Talon was able to jump over walls and shit. Armor pen was replaced by lethality. Interesting.
I did find it. Okay.
What season?
Patch 10.4 was for the first 5 minutes, top and mid outers take 50% reduced damage. That's what it was. That's what nerfed the lane swap, and then they may have changed it a little bit here and there, but that was the patch that destroyed the lane swap.
So it still feels really recent.
It took till season 10 to figure out how to destroy the lane swap. And lane swap was happening for a while. It just got to a point where it was happening every game for like a very, very, very consistent amount of a period of time. Okay, I'm sorry. Where were we at now?
We're on preseason 7.
Preseason 7. Okay, the victorious.
Yeah,
Maokai.
so assassin rework. So again, Talon. I think it's when Katarina got touched too. I think it was Katarina. I think that's, well, they had Zed where his ult would steal the AD if you got the kill, but they got rid of that eventually.
And then they brought it back in TFT.
Okay,
so yeah. Assassin rework. I think Akali. Yeah, this was the Akali change.
You mean the rework? I don't think so.
Twin Disciplines, Twilight Shroud. This wasn't the big rework. This was the first rework.
Yeah,
that we just talked about. The one that we talked about in our champion review most recently. Not the big one where she's totally changed. This was the intermediate one.
It was just a group of assassins that
right.
got a little extra changes.
And there's a big Alistair change here too, where they changed his E. And put it onto his passive. Remember his E used to just be that heal? This is where they gave him the trample. I'm looking to see if there's any other.
Jungle Plants was pretty big.
One. Oh, big Fizz. Oh, Jungle Plants is right.
Assassin and support item changes. Curious. Let's see. What would they do to the support items? Let's see.
Yep. Yeah, Katarina was changed. Oh my god. Just so many changes on this fucking patch. And Kha'Zix too, but Kha'Zix because he has the evolve versus the regular, so LeBlanc.
Oh, that's when they
Oh,
gave
this is when
him-
they fucking made LeBlanc a wave clear mage.
Oh my god, yikes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wait, was this? Hold on. I have Equinox. This is when. Oh, because they did a bunch of changes to. Okay, Redemption was added. I remember that.
Good old Ridiggity Domption.
Yeah, the common theme is with all these is jungle changes. So
Yes.
I mean, it's usually the biggest part of each season, preseason.
Sure.
But I think overall, I mean, this is a pretty stacked. Just like the lethality being added was a weird.
Yeah, that was getting rid of the flat penetration. Okay.
Well, lethality is flat penetration.
But it's slightly different than just flat. It's not the same as flat magic penetration, because lethality does have a scale to it.
Sure.
Which is why, I mean, it is different than flat armor penetration was, where it was just you ignore 30 armor. Because of the way it works. Hard to explain. If you don't know what lethality is, go look up lethality. I'm not going to explain it because this video is going to be long anyways.
So let's look at 7.1.
Right, January 11th.
League client update. Was this
the new
when the
client?
legacy client went away, right?
Might have been.
This dog shit thing?
Experience. Monsters experience reduced.
Yeah, this was the client update.
Yep. Oh, Courage of the Colossus.
I love that fucking rune.
Gain a shield
Oh,
based
this
on
was
level plus 5% max health per nearby enemy champion after hitting a champion with a stun, taunt, snare, or knockup.
this was a Warwick rework. Okay.
Oh yeah, it was for modern Warwick. Remember old? Oh god, he was so bad. Ugh, he would just teleport in front of you and just be sitting there hitting you, weirdly, oddly, awkwardly, perhaps.
Okay, I think again, looking at these first couple patches, nothing crazy compared to what the preseason was.
Sure.
Trying to see if there was a middle. Was there a mid? Let's see.
I'm looking.
If there was a mid.
Aatrox gameplay rework. That was his first rework.
Okay, there you go. May
Mid's
3rd.
About May. Yeah. So
This was the
about May.
tank. This is when Maokai got changed. His ulti. Rest in peace, Vengeful Maelstrom. Sejuani got changed. Remember Sejuani's old ult like hit like multiple people. It was able to stun multiple people.
Oh yeah, she could hit one champion, but it would spread everybody in the circle.
Yeah,
right?
with her bola. Oh, the Zac change. Oh my god, that was horrible. The Zac ult where he like smushed down and then picked
glob
everyone
people.
up.
Yeah, he turned into a glob, pick people up, and then bounce out, and then they changed that back. It took them forever to change that shit back too.
It was bad. I'm trying to see where when did they change like LeBlanc back? It had to have been the following year, I think.
I think so.
Fuck. Okay, so we got they got into the habit of a mid-season update.
Right.
Okay, so that's pretty big. Again, this feels like this tank update was adaptive helmet gargoyles was and they gave Graves' cigar back on that patch. Nice.
Oh, how many preseason patches did we have in season 7?
Let's take a look.
3, I think.
Yep, 3.
Yeah, because season 8 we get 4.
Holy shit. Okay, so we'll get one.
But the 4th one is like a B patch, so
let's look
call
at
it
it.
patch or micro.
Let's see. Oh, this was huge. Okay, season 8 preseason masteries and runes got reworked.
Yep.
This
Runes
is the
reforged.
modern day similar. Well, it was the first iteration of the modern day
Right.
rune system. You didn't have to fucking buy shit.
You didn't have to
Blue
pick,
Essence.
Yeah.
Blue Essence was introduced.
Yeah, instead
Earthquake,
of influence points. Remember influence points, dude? IP.
the summoner level cap removed. You could go past 30.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So this looks more of like, okay, obviously runes and stuff are gameplay, but
That
this
was
is
huge.
more. This was more of a like.
Client
Well, yeah, I'm gonna
Base.
say
out
like,
of game.
is not logistics. Does that make sense? That wouldn't make sense.
No, but I would call like out of game changes.
Yeah, majority of these changes were not. I guess their runes are directly related to gameplay, but like not on Summoner's Rift. Like,
Right.
if that makes sense. So okay, that was pretty big. That's definitely different than previous preseasons.
Because the game was in a pretty solid spot at this point too.
Yes.
And then they released Zoe, which everybody hated. Everybody shat on Zoe actually. They said she was too Disney of a champion. And I got tired of getting Sleepy Trouble bubbled and queued. So take that for what you will, I guess.
All right, so yeah, we got 3.5 patches for this preseason.
Yes.
I don't count the B. Let's look at the first couple patches of 8. Beginning of season 8. Okay, honor reward. Okay, again, they're kind of continuing with the out of game, the honor rework, new skins, trait resolve, long domination. Okay, I think overall it's a pretty.
It's safe to say I think that this was like an out of game season where they fixed a lot of things that were excuse me. The gameplay was good, I think, is what it was. Is the gameplay was in a good state where they were able to kind of take a backseat to the gameplay and fix the things that affect you getting into game. If that makes sense.
This said support item rework.
Yeah, they got rid of Sightstone and Ruby Sightstone.
So this feels like a big patch.
This is where
That
they
was
put
a
in
pretty
the
big thing.
Yeah, it's where they put the wards on your item, and that should have been a preseason change. I wonder if it got delayed at some point, maybe.
Let's see. This wasn't the one. So, because before, let me make sure I get this right. Before this, you were able to opt to either get the active support item, like Face of the Mountain, or the ward one, right? Do you remember that? You could pick one or the other.
Ooh, it's a good question. I don't recall.
Because, like,
I remember having the active as Spooky Ghosts.
Right. It was you could either have that, because this says Frost Queen's claim removed.
Yeah, let me go and look.
Okay, and Remnant of the Watchers is to Eye of the Watchers.
Okay, Ancient Coin, Nomad's Medallion.
And then it became Eye of the Ascension.
Unique active warding. Consumes to place a charge, a stealth ward. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Face the Mountain removed.
Okay, so that because before you were able to choose.
Yeah, you're right. You could choose. So they got rid of that on here. Okay.
So it's only wards. Because that's why, okay, that makes complete sense. That's why they also got rid of Sightstone.
Yes.
So you had, okay, perfect. Wow, we should do a podcast. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm deeming this the worst season. This was the worst season. You don't know why?
Why?
Go ahead and look at 8.3, second to last line. What was introduced?
Not Stopwatch.
Or maybe that was just the rune. Hold on. When was Stopwatch? Maybe. Hold on. When was?
No, I think it was. Perfect timing is when it got, because I don't think you could buy it before then. I think you only got it from Perfect Timing.
It was added 7.22.
Oh, fuck me. Never mind.
Okay,
man.
Okay, season 7 sucked.
I
Not
hate that
season 8.
Stupid fucking item. I hate the rune that gives you a stupid fucking free stopwatch. So fuck it.
It used to be worse. It used to be at 6 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it used to scale down like Boots, didn't it? Or no?
No, it didn't. Not at that point. It was just like 6 minutes. Same thing with Boots. And then they increased it, and then it scales down with...
Okay. No, it was. So it says after 14 minutes, reduced by 2 minutes, whenever scoring a takedown against an enemy champion, you receive a perfectly timed stopwatch. So yeah, it was reduced by takedowns. It might have changed after that, and then they said, fuck that.
Let me see.
Right, yeah, if you mouse over it, at least on the...
That's current.
Is that current?
That's current.
Okay.
That's current.
Bastards, this website.
Yeah. Whatever. But yeah, it was up. I swear to God, at 6 minutes. But then when they nerfed it, same thing. They did the same thing with Boots. I hate that fucking item, dude. Yeah, because Boots here says after 12 minutes, reduced by 45. It used to be and they used to be on different fucking
lines, so you can get both.
That was so much gold for free.
Yep.
Everyone did that. Okay. Yep. This season sucks. let me see. What was the mid patch? What do we got here? Is there any mid patch?
May. Oh,
Doesn't
Butcher's Bridge was like the big thing that time. May 31st, Butcher's Bridge, where they did all that.
doesn't look
There
like
really
there was
wasn't a
mid
big
patch.
mid patch, no.
Okay. But I think this may have been the first season where some pretty big changes came after preseason.
Yeah.
The support, the ward system or the ward items removed, and then the support
Well,
reworked.
right, and even when you look at like patch 8.6, you have Shirelia's Reverie,
Mm-hmm.
Conqueror being introduced, Chrysalis, Ginsu's rework, Dustblade nerf, and then Quinn quality of life. So you had that. Oh, and even the patch before that, you had Cloud Drake buff
Oh,
changes.
all of this! Holy shit! Hold on.
So it was kind
All
of like
these.
ongoing.
Oblivion Orb added, Spellbinder, Twin Shadows removed, Tracker's
Tracker's
Knife.
Knife. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. This felt like it went to preseason for the next like
For the
2 months.
the whole fucking year.
Man, okay, yeah, so it didn't slow down. This was okay. This was definitely the first
Jungle
season.
changes in May 2018. Bounty rewards updated. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that was actually kind of nuts.
Okay, this was a pretty.
Oh, but you know what made this season goated was the Odyssey event.
Oh right. Oh, that was the best.
That was September 12th. The Odyssey event was so good. So good.
Man.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this season, no bueno. This was very stressful.
Oh, this was also the time during fucking AD Victor.
Oh, was it the Iceborne Victor?
Yeah, it said Victor non-AP builds nerf for the last patch of the year.
Oh yeah, because that's when because Klepto was still in the game. You just go top lane Victor and just holy shit.
with
Okay.
yeah, disgusting. Okay, all right.
Season 9? We're almost done there. We're almost done, guys.
Yep. Season 9. Oh, that was the Nico season in the preseason. We got 4 patches. One was a B patch though, just a balance patch because it was pretty fucking broken. This is big Ginsu's rework. Was this the one where they changed it to its current iteration? Or was this the one, excuse me, or was this the one where it was still AP and AD?
Well, I think in season 8, I think it said the Ginsu's rework.
So it's small change, yeah. Let's
Let me
click
see.
on the Ginsu. I passed it. So this was remove passive AD plus AP on. Okay, this is where they removed that shit. Okay. This is where you did get Last Whisper and Dissolve, though. You got Armor Pen from fucking Ginsu's. Still broken. Why did this item... This item has been probably through more changes than any other item in terms of passives.
I just missed the days when it would do AoE. It was like a Tiamat.
Oh, yeah. After it stacked all the way up, and you
Yep.
would take that... You would just play Master Yi in the jungle with Sated Devourer and that, and it was just fucking broken. Weird.
So let's see.
Oh, they added Shield Bash, Celerity, Dark Harvest got reworked.
Honestly,
Teleport changes, not a whole lot.
yeah, not a whole lot. A few minor rune changes. One item full rework.
Poacher's Dirk.
This is when Lysandra's new passive got introduced. Nice. Honestly, this was when Iron and Grandmaster got added.
Okay.
This is a very, very tame preseason.
And this is the year they released Silas, everyone's favorite champion.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone's
let's look at
second favorite champion, Yumi.
Oh man. So hold on, let's see. What did we get on the first couple patches?
Silas.
Okay. Okay, so that's okay. Nothing too crazy. Nothing FX, no Conqueror nerf. Tear the Goddess Stagger remove. Hold on, where's the mid? Is there a mid?
Oh, marksman itemization changes too.
Was this when they destroyed Infinity Edge?
February 6th. Let's see.
No.
Go down to items. BF Sword removed from Essence Reaver. Brawler's Gloves added for Phantom Dancer. Cloak of Agility 800 builds into Essence Reaver and Infinity Edge. Dagger removed from Storm Razor. Essence Reaver had a new thing. Infinity Edge. New stats: 80 attack damage, 25% crit, critical strikes deal 225 instead of 200. Old
Holy
stats were
shit.
70, and critically striking champions converts 10 to true damage. So they kind of started to destroy it. I forgot that it would give you fucking true damage. What a fucking item, my guy.
Wait, when did? Hold on. That was when. Was it really that early? Wasn't that when everyone was like refusing to play, like marksman?
I think this was the time of AP bot laners. A lot of zigs.
It was crazy. Like, yeah, that sucks. Converts 10% of critical strike damage to true damage. That fucking sucks.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
But they changed it back.
Right. That
So
sounded like
that
it was
must
going
have
to
been
be fucking
season-
crazy, but yeah.
So this must have been the previous season
right.
that it got changed to the okay. So season 8.
Yeah, I remember seeing Reckless play a bunch of fucking zigs bot. I'm like, come on.
I think he bench himself.
I think so. Because
And he was like,
tired
I
of
don't want to
playing
play.
it. Yeah, he was tired of playing it, I think.
Damn. Okay.
And then we got Butcher's Bridge again. This year, April. Let's see. There's April Fools.
There's no mid. Doesn't look like there was a mid.
More Ginsu's nerfs and Conqueror nerfs. Yeah, it wasn't really a big mid. Because usually that's May. Hunter's Potion removed. Okay. Aftershock changes. And then things kind of they start to tame out a little bit. It just becomes balance changes and not so many new this, new that, big this, big that. I think we're gonna see the same thing in season 10 and season 11 also.
So okay, so season 9, preseason 9, not a lot going on, and then first couple patches of season 9, not a lot going on. That was a pretty boring preseason then. Okay,
Right. Preseason 10.
almost there, guys. Hang in there.
Rise of the Elements. This is preseason 2020 now, as they're calling it. This is Omni Stone and for Kleptomancy. Removed Brawler's Gloves, Raptor Cloak, Ohm Wrecker, and Zerat, because the year before that, that's right, was the fucking Banner Zerat fucking meta.
This was
totally
the Elemental Rift and Dragon change. So this is when the map started changing. Whatever Dragon was spawning, that was big.
Yep.
Very big. Twisted Tree Line went
also.
bye.
Yeah, Twisted Tree Line, Spear of Shojin. Okay, but only 2.5 patches.
Wow. Okay, so it's like they packed. This is a good example. This is a perfect example of a patch to like kind of zoom in on, because like a lot of shit happened, but it was across just 2 patches.
Yep.
And then you look at 924B balance patch. So it was just numbers.
They're like, okay, we did everything, and then okay, now let's fix the numbers.
All right, let's hold on. Let's see what happens at the beginning of season 2.
The beginning, small Silas gameplay update and set released. And then the next one, a Philios nerf. And then the next, really nothing. Really fucking nothing.
Jungle
and
Gold experience?
changes.
Nothing. Okay, wow. This might have been
Stopwatch and Perfect Timing nerf came February 20th, 2020.
the nerf.
Yep.
Okay.
That was like the biggest part there was just that.
And this is nothing, dude. That must have been like, that might have been so far the best preseason into season start. Preseason had all the goodies. Beginning of the season seemed pretty chill. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we got to keep that in mind. So season 10 is.
Season 10 was kind of goated.
Oh, this was Volibear's rework. Okay.
Yep, that was 10,000 Pierce Bear Boy. Okay, season 11.
Oh boy.
Rel. That was the one. We got 3 patches.
I've never heard of that champion.
Yeah, who?
Don't ever say a champion. So let's see what the big one was. Ability haste.
Yep.
Okay. Vamp
and no vamp.
This was
item shop over. Oh, that's right. The UI for the item shop got way better. Way fucking better. This was the year that they also turned Leandries. If you typed in Last Shadow, it would pull up Leandries. Fucking LS right there for you, dude. That's your boy.
To be honest, this first 1023 item shop overhaul, again, this is like UI stuff, right?
Yep.
Is that what
yep.
So it was big. I don't think it was crazy.
No.
Sure, ability haste comes in, Omnivamp comes in. That was your favorite. Because
Yeah,
spell vamp
fucking
went,
thing, dude.
went away. Oh, there
Yep.
was there was physical vamp. Okay, I don't think this. I think this was very small
Pretty
in the
tame.
realm. Yeah.
Rank changes.
So,
This is when they got rid of promos between ranks, I think.
So
Again,
let's see.
out of game, not directly gameplay related. Excuse me, I can't even speak. Not directly gameplay related changes.
Oh, this was
Um,
the fucking Viego season with the worst event ever.
Oh, it was, huh? Viego, Gwen, Uction, and Vex. But yeah, so let's see. ARAM balancing.
Boo.
January 6, 2021, Dean's favorite. And then January 21, 2021, Shanghai Stroll skins and the Ruin King Saga. And yeah, again, there's not a whole lot, just various balance changes.
was
It
a
gets
very-
really fucking tame here.
Very boring preseason. Very normal start of a season. Nothing crazy.
Yep.
I haven't been. Has it been like almost? Has it been feeling like every other year they do something crazy at the beginning of the season? I haven't been paying attention.
Almost until the last two, like up before that. And like even I'm looking at season 12, not even preseason, just looking at season 12's season. Nothing like 12.1, 12.2 is Zeri, and that just created a fucking problem.
Let's see.
Oh, I just realized why I like Renata Glass so much.
Huh.
She came out on my birthday.
That's your girl then.
That's why it all makes sense now. It all fucking makes sense now.
So let's see. Oh, okay. So this is very recent, or
Yep.
recent in this. So preseason 12.
Yes, last year.
The Chemtech, the original Chemtech came out.
Oh,
That was a nightmare. Nothing. Item and rune changes. Nothing crazy. I think the Chemtech was
the
probably the
Chemtech
biggest.
was it, and it
But
was
2
broken and
patches.
didn't fucking work.
2 patches, you guys. And when did first patch come out? The 5th. So we went from, when was the last one? When was the last preseason patch? So we almost went a month without changes. December
Right.
8th.
And we dealt with Chemtech that entire fucking time. Now, when did they remove it? Because I don't see it on the quick notes, and I know it got removed before that. I know it got removed.
It had to have
It
been a
wasn't
month.
deep. Yeah, it wasn't deep in. It might have been like, I mean, it was deep too long for them to be like, okay, we're just getting rid of it for now. But it wasn't like into March, I don't think.
Let me see. I'm looking. Hold on. The 24th. Hold on. Wait, it's all the debut. It must. Hold on. It had to have been new effect. Oh, there we go. 12.3. 12.3 was when it got removed, I think.
Okay.
No, it says practice tool can no longer
Yep.
Man.
Nope. Oh wait, yeah, it did say practice tool.
This is
So
when did
fuckers.
Chemtech get moved season 12? Yeah, it's hold on. February 6th. What patch is that? Or is it? Did it get? Hold on. Hang in there, guys. We're almost done. It's somewhere between. Is it the 16th? I'm trying to find where the fuck it was removed. It was sometime. It was literally less than a month after the season, because I know in pro play it was just like yikes.
Let me see if it's listed in anything on the actual page of Chemtech.
Yeah, see if you can look at the patch.
124. I see someone commented rest in peace. And then someone else commented this dragon ruined my promos.
Yeah, so
Poor guy.
on 12.2, it received some buffs. And then on 12, it must have been 12.3.
Had to be.
Okay, so yeah, that was the biggest yikes. Let's see. Okay. I think this might be the worst season just because Zeri was introduced, and that was a headache of a champion.
Yeah,
Um,
guys, we were trying to figure out how to do this podcast and fucking cover Zeri, dude.
so not, I mean, the biggest change in the season, again, the common theme is jungle, but that fucking dragon was so, it just overshadowed everything.
Everything.
But then you go into the, man, Zeri was just kind of a ugh. But I don't know. I think other than that, felt pretty tame.
Right. This year they like dropped all this shit and then they just didn't do anything with it. Back to my original point, they dropped all this shit and it's they just didn't
So
do a
yeah,
good
let's
job
see.
covering it. I don't. It's weird.
Jungle update, new mythic items, communication changes. This was okay. Overall, I think see if I can convince you that it was a pretty big preseason. Just the communication pings,
Yeah,
all the
sure.
jungle stuff, the new mythics. Let's see what else they do. The Chemtech came back and it's way better. You can agree with that, I think.
Sure.
What else they do? Okay. What the fuck is this skin line? Tales of Borealis?
I
The
don't
fuck
even
is
know.
that? Oh, that's the new. They had like the Warwick skin, Winter Blessed.
You're right.
Why the fuck do they call it? Whatever. Okay. I think it was a little bit bigger of a preseason than we give it credit for.
You're probably right because I forget about all the communication stuff.
But again, that's like UI stuff. That's not, most of that isn't directly. It does like figure into gameplay, but it's like, I think you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
But no, I mean, we've had one patch
Excuse me.
and we know next patch, which by the way, we don't have to go into this right now. There was some data leak and some shit happened at Riot, so that patch might get pushed back a little bit longer.
Yeah, did see
we
that.
have-
I really didn't quite understand that, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But we're caught up to the present now. I think. What do you think?
It's weird because it seems so off-putting that like they just let the season roll in with like a bunch of shit, a bunch of shit, and didn't actually like fix anything. Like use preseason to fix that stuff like they did. But maybe I'm just remembering back to like season 7, season 8, where they did use preseason, or well, I guess it wasn't season 8, but season 6, season 7, where they did use preseason to like, hey, let's introduce these and like instead of just putting on the PBE, let's put it out for everybody. And then let's see if we can fix it. And then let's see, let's balance it out. Where this year it just didn't feel like that ever happened.
I just think the knowledge we have of what's coming. I feel like these crit changes and marksman changes are something that should have been in preseason.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I'm also, the thought of how it's going to affect pro play is going to be big. I think that's why we're just kind of like, what the fuck? Why didn't they do this
Right.
like a month ago? So,
right. Why are they waiting for the season to start changing things up for pro? Especially because we all know that Riot's so geared towards pro play.
It's true.
Very
Yeah, but-
weird.
Let us know what you guys think. What was the best season, do you think? From, if you can do your own research, you don't want to try to remember what we just said.
Or the best season that you remember playing, and
Sure.
you may have to do some research to go back. And
At least, maybe, what about preseason? We'll make it a
best
little more
preseason.
specific.
I might say mythic items. Mythic items were really good. I know we didn't like discuss that, but like mythic items were a really, really good change.
It was a big change, too. And
Yeah, remember
I
when
can
every
appreciate
ADC rushed fucking Infinity Edge and then they fucking murdered that item?
every item, every marksman, every crit marksman just went Infinity Edge. Yeah.
Right. Unless you're Vayne, you went Bork.
So, you guys, let us know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe wherever you're listening to right now. Hit in the description the link tree. Join our Discord. Come hang out with us. Follow the Twitch, according to Low Elo Pod. Trying to go as live as many days as possible. Just playing some games. Trying not to get frustrated. But yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And I don't know if there's going to be a patch next week. Maybe if some more information comes out, we can talk about what happened with Riot.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you have anything else.
Thanks for listening with us, guys. Appreciate it. I hope this was interesting for you. I know it's a longer form, 2 back-to-back long form episodes. Sorry if you're one of those pressed for time or doesn't like to listen all the way.
Maybe
If
maybe you
you're
do
still
like
here,
it.
thanks for being here. Right. If you are here, thanks. Um, if you have any notes you want to make, comments you want to add, YouTube, Discord, I don't know. I'm pointing to random places on the screen, hoping that links might just show up magically above my fingers. Sorry, audio listeners. Other than that, check us out on Instagram. Tell me if you hate my thumbnails or like my thumbnails, because I just throw them together and I don't have the skills I used to have, nor the time to learn any more skills. So
You're
if you don't like them, offer a service. I don't know.
All right, guys. Until next time, whenever that may be, enjoy your weekend.
Have a good one and be safe, y'all.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like the video and sub to the channel if you haven't already. Click right here to see the previous episode of the According to Low Elo podcast. Click right here to see the most recent gameplay video. Thanks again.